Disney Dreamlight Valley drops in just under 1 week, so today we're going to go through everything you need to know before you play the game, and why I'm suggesting Nintendo Switch players might want to hold off spending money on this game just until we see how it runs on the Switch. Let's get into it. Disney Dreamlight Valley is dropping on the 6th of September, and for those of you who don't know what this game is, this is basically Disney's answer to Animal Crossing. And you can do all the life sim things like mining, fishing, farming, and of course decorating. But the real appeal of this game is that you do all of this alongside your favorite Disney characters. You carry out quests for them, and you can even build relationships with them. And if you're less of a Disney princess person and more of a Disney villains person, there is still plenty of content and plenty of characters for you to enjoy. It's basically like going to Disneyland, but without the crowds, and without the realization that inside of each and every costume is just another person. I don't know if you guys have ever stopped and thought about that, but sometimes I find it really weird. Technically, this game is free to play, just not yet. The game is releasing on the 6th in early access, and in order to access it, you do have to pay money. I think technically you're paying for the clothing, furniture, pets, and accessories rather than the actual game, but if you're looking to get this game completely for free, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. If you're looking to purchase this game on PC and are worried if it's gonna work or not, then there is a pre-demo out right now. All you can really do in it is design your character and take pictures with your character, but it will give you some sort of idea as to whether it's even feasible that it's gonna work on your PC. The pre-demo also gives you the option to save the code of your character you've made, so even if you do pick the game up on console, you can still use the exact character you designed on your PC. Just a note though, it does specify that you can only transfer over one character, so make sure you only move over your favorite one. Before I dive into prices and everything else this game entails, let's first kind of cover what being in early access really means for us, the players. The term early access basically means you get the game early. It's in a playable state, but it's not likely to be feature complete. AKA, you will not be getting the finished game. Normally, the main advantage to getting a game in early access is that it costs less money. As this game is technically going to be free to play, unfortunately, that's not a perk you'll be getting. Instead, they said they're offering exclusive items to anyone who plays the game week 1, and the items you get in the Founders Packs will not be available once the main game releases. They've also stated that all the rewards and items will be retained when the game officially launches in 2023. So what does that actually mean for us? It probably means that we're going to come across bugs and glitches that you wouldn't typically expect in a finished game. It also means we won't have a ton of features or content at day 1. On the FAQ, they've already stated that new characters and story content will be added on a regular basis throughout the early access period. This does mean as it's launching into early access, there is no expectation for the game to be finished. So we don't really know what state we're going to receive the game in. And my worry is this might mean the game is not properly optimized for weaker consoles, aka the Switch. But we'll talk about why that's really an issue later on. As I said earlier, this game is currently not free to play, and you have to buy a Founders Pack. And there are in fact 3 different levels to this Founders Pack, each of which we're going to go through now. And just to reiterate what I said earlier, every single cosmetic item available in the Founders Packs are limited and timed exclusives. So the only people who will ever get these items are the people who bought them in early access. They won't be available in 2023 when the game fully launches. So if you're into owning exclusive items, you're probably going to want the most expensive one, let's be honest. First of all, here's the exclusives you get for owning the game just in early access. These are the Choco Crocodile Companion and the exclusive Mickey Mouse Donut Headband. Now, the cheapest Founders Pack you can get in US dollars is $29.99, and this is seen as the standard pack. Before I read all of these out, I just want to give you the disclaimer. Every single item set says the word exclusive before it. I will not be saying the word exclusive because it gets repetitive fast. Trust me, I did one take of this already. Just know that every single cosmetic item I mention is exclusive, as it will not be available in the main game for everyone else. First of all, you get 8,000 moonstones, which is the in-game currency. These can only be bought using in real life money otherwise. You also get the standard ears, headband, and jersey, the standard furniture set, which includes 7 decoration items, the standard wall and floor coverings, and the standard design motifs. I think these are to do with designing your own patterns and your own designs in the Touch of Magic thing, which is pretty cool. I really hope you can download other people's designs though. because I am really not creative. Next, for $49.99, we have the Deluxe Edition. First of all, the Deluxe Edition contains every single cosmetic item from the Standard Edition. You also get 14,500 moonstones, the Deluxe Celestial Turtle Animal Companion, basically a pet, the Deluxe Clothing Set, which includes 5 wearable items, the Deluxe Ears Headband and Jersey, the Deluxe Furniture Set, which has 8 decoration items, the Deluxe Wall and Floor Coverings, and the Deluxe Design Motifs. And finally, we have the most expensive of them all, which is the Ultimate Edition for $69.99. And for this, you get every single cosmetic item from the Deluxe and the Standard Editions on top of everything I'm about to say. You get 20,000 moonstones, the Ultimate Royal Fox Animal Companion, the Ultimate Clothing Set with 2 wearable items, the Ultimate Ears Headband and Jersey, the Ultimate Furniture Set including 13 decoration items, the Ultimate Wall and Floor Covering, which contains 2 items and 2 color variants, and the Ultimate Design Motifs. It's worth noting that whilst you can buy moonstones for in real life currency, I don't think you're going to be able to do that day one. So I don't know if that means you also can't spend them day one. We're going to have to wait to find that out. The next thing I briefly want to touch on is microtransactions. As this game is free to play, I was slightly worried that this might go a bit overboard. However, they've said this is not a pay-to-win game, and none of the core gameplay mechanics will be monetized, with microtransactions mainly being used for things like cosmetic items. They did say, however, paid extensions will add significant content later on in the game. So basically, they're saying DLCs will be available later. They also talked about their equivalent of a battle pass called Star Path, and they describe it as a system that rewards players with in-game cosmetic items as a player completes various tasks and missions. So basically, if you don't want to spend any money in the game, you'll be able to play the same amount of content as everyone else, just you won't look as good doing it. Okay, let's talk about the main reason why I suggested holding off buying any of these day one on the Nintendo Switch. And here's why. When I went through the FAQ section, I was looking for parts about crossplay. Crossplay is when you can play on more than one platform. My hope was that, say we bought it on the Nintendo Switch and it doesn't run very well, you could then play it on your PC and get the full experience without spending more money. By the looks of it, that unfortunately is not going to be the case. The website says that during early access, it will support cross progression, aka your save will be carried across over different consoles, except the PlayStation. That doesn't support crossplay whatsoever. However, you will need to purchase the Founders Pack on every platform you want to play on. Basically, if it doesn't run well on the Switch, you then have to buy it again on the PC to play it there. Now you can see my issue. I think this is an early access issue only though, as it does later on say any purchase items will be available on all platforms, obviously apart from the PlayStation. So you can wait till 2023 to play on other platforms if you don't want to pay for the game a second time. But just know, if you want to play on multiple platforms, day one of early access, you are going to have to purchase multiple Founders Packs, which is not great, honestly. So I'm saying if you're going to play this on the Nintendo Switch, please just hold off for someone like me to come and tell you whether it even runs well on there before you spend $69.99 to find out it has terrible optimization issues. Another thing to bear in mind is they also do state that although you can buy moonstones on any platform, they remain platform exclusive. AKA, if you buy moonstones on the Nintendo Switch, you have to spend them on the Nintendo Switch also. They won't be able to be spent on your PC. From scrolling through the FAQs, I found some more information on a couple of things that might also interest you. You don't need a permanent internet connection to play this game. Thankfully, that's really important for people who play the Nintendo Switch, because you want to be able to play on the go. They do, however, stipulate that as it's in early access, you will need an internet connection frequently. This is just for updates for the game. So make sure you just connect your Switch every now and again to the internet. That's all the information I could dig up on the game so far. Let me know if you have any more questions about the game. I will be playing this day one on both the Switch and the PC on stream, so come along and check that out if you want to see it before you buy it. And by the way, if you want to see all of the best cozy games releasing in September on the Nintendo Switch, click the link right here. I'll see you next time. Bye.